Hey Aries, thank you for joining me for your North Node in Pisces reading. This reading will be for the North Node in Pisces transit, which started on January 11th, 2025, and it will last about 18 months. The North Node in Pisces is in your 12th house from your sun, moon, or rising sign, and the 12th house represents hospitals, prisons, insane asylums, therapy, psychotherapy, things that are hidden enemies, solitude. So you guys could be feeling isolated this year or the next year and a half, like you're by yourself. There's less activity, or you're more reflective this year than you have been in the past, especially in the past year and a half when the North Node was in Aries, your first house of personality, relationships, first impressions, etc. Okay, so with the North Node being here, spirit guides, how will the North Node affect Aries, Sun, Moon, and rising signs? How will the North Node in Pisces transit affect Aries, Sun, Moon, and rising signs? What is the overall theme for the next year and a half during the Pisces and North Node in Pisces transit in the sign of Aries? Aries, North Node, and Pisces. One card, please. Which card will exemplify their experiences? Return to joy. Face your fears. The 12th house is the house of hidden fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. So there could be a fear of being alone, a fear of hospitals, a fear of death, a fear of isolation. You are unique. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. So I think you may have been in a codependent relationship, or you may have cultivated a persona that's not necessarily authentic, or it's obsolete. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. This implies that you have not been yourself, either because of circumstances beyond your control, taking care of people who are ill, or codependent, facing your fears about being alone, about being criticized or judged for being unique. Return to joy. Yeah, you have to remember that. You could be going through some challenging experiences over the next 18 months, especially if you're spending a lot of time taking care of ailing loved ones, people in prisons, people in hospitals, going to a therapist. You have to remember to return to your joy at some point in your life. It's okay to be happy. Once you face your fears and you embrace who you are, you'll be happier with yourself. I think you guys could have lost yourself in a situation, a job situation, relationship, a family dynamic. You're not who people think you are. You've been hiding a very significant aspect of your identity for the sake of acceptance. I think you're learning to let that go. Saturn's also in your 12th house with Neptune. You could be feeling especially psychic this year, very spiritual, altruistic, concerned with the plight of humanity. You guys could also be changing your work habits, or you could be changing your diet, your lifestyle. You could be detoxing, eating healthier. The South Node is in Virgo, which is your 6th house. Spirit guides, how will the North Node in Pisces transit affect Aries, Sun, Moon, and rising signs, please? How will oh wow, George Benson's song Masquerade is now playing. Somebody was wearing a mask, hiding their identity to some extent. Could be their sexuality, could be some sort of addiction or codependency issues. And I think this North Node in Pisces transit will give you the confidence to release that fear of being exposed or being who you truly are, being honest about some of your challenges with drugs or addiction issues, codependencies, your hidden fears, sexuality concerns, things of that nature. Saturn in Pisces sometimes represents latent homosexuality. Saturn's moving into Aries this year as well. So you'll have the North Node in your 12th house and the Saturn, the planet of Saturn on your ascendant, sun, or moon. You're feeling really isolated this year. Like you're by yourself. Even when you're around a lot of people, you still feel like you're alone. This could be due to loss of a loved one or life changes, retirement, health issues, age, moving. Like there's some major transitions happening in your life that are affecting the people around you. And thus you as well. So you're facing your fears about what? Happiness, love, joy, sexuality, independence, relationships. That's being addressed this year. So good for you for doing that. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is good here. So in this Three of Pentacles, we have this mermaid carving out a statue of a goddess who's holding these three pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. That's your 10th house of career, social status, reputation. You could be afraid that something about your identity would affect your status or reputation. People will see you differently when they see your flaws or some of your fears, especially if you've been like cocky or you've been putting on a false mask of confidence and bravado. This is you working with others to build a solid foundation for yourself. But I think it's your career. It's dealing with your career. Jupiter is moving into your 4th house, opposing the 10th house. You may be moving for your career. The World card. Yeah, you could be moving for your career. The World card represents endings, transitions, the end of a Saturn cycle. The 12th house is being played out here. You're starting over. Okay, so suppose you guys were married to someone who is sick and then they transition. This is you rebuilding your life after an ending. Or suppose you had a job, that job got outsourced overseas. Again, you're rebuilding your life, facing your deepest fears about a lack of financial security. You're starting over with the Three of Pentacles. But this time, you are crafting your own image, or you're cultivating your own identity with the Three of Pentacles here. She's carving it out. So this is like, in the past, you may have shaped your identity based on other people's expectations of you, what they wanted from you, how you wanted them to perceive you. Saturn in the 1st house. The Tower, yeah. Unexpected endings or just endings in general. The Page of Swords. So these situations will help you to learn more about yourself and who you are. This is also a change in perception or mindset. Uranus is going into Gemini this year temporarily, and it's going to settle into Gemini next year permanently. Uranus in Gemini is in the 3rd house of knowledge, education, thinking, communication, your perspectives in life. So this could be you moving or changing your worldview after going through this, not even after, while you're going through this ending process, this release, this catharsis. The Devil, yeah. Hidden fears. feeling trapped. But this is not real. This devil isn't real. We have Capricorn and Capricorn. This is like somebody who's afraid of how people will see them if they don't have money, or if they get a divorce, or if they lose their job, or if they're gay. That's not the reality of the situation, though. You're catastrophizing something. The Moon card is here, maybe? The Chariot card, okay. Which is Cancer energies, kind of like the Moon card. So the Chariot represents someone going towards their destiny. You're going to have to face this devil. Whatever you're afraid of, you'll have to face it. I think you know this. It's very intense energy. The World card, the devil, and the Chariot, and the Tower. So this North Node in Pisces is going to free you from a lot of the ideas, expectations, socialization, limitations, all those things that other people put on you, or you put on yourself to please other people. They're being stripped away this year. For the next 18 months. Clarify the Three of Pentacles and the World card. Four of Swords. Rest, relaxation, hospitalization. Two of Kings. The Fool card. I'm not going to get into that. The Seven of Wands. Somebody could be afraid of being honest about their sexuality. The Four of Swords here is rest after a battle. Somebody could be in the hospital. Gay lovers in the hospital. Gay lovers in the hospital. A gay couple could be married. One partner could be sick. Four of Swords. 12th house placements. I think this person's sickness is forcing you or them to come to terms with some of their deepest fears about being alone, about death, about the hospitals, about sickness, about their mortality. Seven of Wands. Someone's fighting for their life, for their health. Okay, the reason why I'm getting the health thing is because of the 12th house placement. The 12th, 6th house axis is health and hospitals. Clarify the Tower card and the Page of Swords. The Four of Pentacles trying to hold on. You can't. The Four of Pentacles can't fight back no Tower. Someone's really trying to resist change. The Hangman, yeah. 12th house energy. They're trying to resist or prevent the inevitable. The Sun. Success, victory, joy, happiness. So, if you refuse to allow this transition to happen, if you continue to be a prisoner of your own fears, then you're going to block your own happiness. You're not going to experience true joy and happiness and freedom because you're afraid of being judged. You're afraid of letting go. You're afraid of being alone. There's a fear of being undesirable, unwanted, alone, rejected. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Jupiter energy. The Wheel of Fortune, the devil. If you want to experience opportunities and abundance and good fortune, you have to face the devil. The Four of Wands, right? This is the home, the community, foundations, Jupiter in the 4th house. There's something going on within your home that has to be addressed. Childhood issues, childhood wounds that have created this There's sort of this phantom in your subconscious. So you guys have went through childhood trauma that has created these hidden fears that you have tried to escape from or hide. You'll be facing those fears this year, especially when Jupiter enters Cancer and the 4th activating the 10th house axis too. It's an opposition. So I think you're going to realize that in order for you to have the life that you want, you're going to have to face your fears. Fears about being alone, fears about your sexuality, fears about health, whatever. That has to be addressed for you to have this Sun and the 4 of Wands. Otherwise, you'll be in the devil energy. 4 of Pentacles, trying to resist change. It's like going through an ego death. And that's the 12th house placement, an ego death. Losing everything that you value. Not being able to hold on to this false identity that's based on a false ego. Yeah, you're going to have to address some childhood issues this year. And it's not going to be like direct, like an event or an experience you're going through with somebody else, either in a relationship that you're in or at work or whatever. Some external event is going to be a catalyst for you to process these emotions of trauma and fear this year. You don't really have a choice in the matter. We'll do one more card and we'll close it out. Jeez. Alright, Spirit Guides, advice for Aries during the North Node and Pisces transit. Advice for Aries for the North Node and Pisces transit. This is the year of release, catharsis, healing, closure, purging. Actually, let me get another oracle card too. Angel number oracle for Aries for North Node and Pisces transit. Angel number oracle card for the Sun. Wow. Lucky shirt 0330. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others. Progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time with Uranus going in the 3rd house, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. I think these are people who are going through what you've been through. That's why this devil's here, because you may expect people to reject you for, your truth, for your reality, for your honesty. That's not going to happen. You're going to be able to connect with others, or people will be able to relate to you more because you're being honest with them about who you are and some of your challenges. You're not coming off as infallible or perfect. So yeah, that's a good thing. One more please for Aries. How will the North Node affect Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs over the next 18 months? The North Node in Pisces transit, how will it affect Aries over the next 18 months? Eternal dance, movement, wheel of life, wheel of fortune, path of least resistance, the hangman, 12th house energy, releasing the past, ego death, right? Higher consciousness. Night's wind, facing fear, subconscious release, healing. I said facing your deepest fears. Face your fears again. North Node in the 12th house. So whatever your deepest fears are, it's going to come up as like not a monster, but like a shadow. And then once you've defeat that shadow demon, which is a devil, you'll be able to experience true joy, liberation, peace, happiness, freedom, honesty. You won't feel trapped or enclosed or in some sort of glass house. Glass house. It's like people can see you have issues, but you're not being honest about those issues. That's what the glass house represents. You're in the glass house and you think you're protected by the four walls of that structure, but people can see through you. They can see through your defenses. They can see through your false persona. So you might as well fess up to it and let it be what it is. They already know that you have these challenges. But because you've hidden them from yourself, 12th house placement, you think you're hiding it from everybody else. And that's not true. People can see that you're struggling with something. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening. If you want to order a personal reading, the link is in the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.